going on, everybody? What's going on, Giants fans? What's going on? We are on the bye week, and I want to make a video discussing how I feel about the team right now, and I'll go over their stats as well, and what I think about that. And I'm also going to throw in some things about the draft. So, as you guys know, we signed Hakeem Nicks a couple of days ago. I didn't make a video on it. The news actually came out right after I did my predictions video, so I wasn't able to. I'm not going to make a quick 20-second video like, hey, we signed Hakeem Nicks, because you guys already know. So, my quick thoughts on that. There's going to be a lot of Giants fans not liking this because of what he did in Indianapolis, and he got cut by the Titans. And there's going to be a lot of people like me who really want him, and I'm going to explain why. Listen, he's not coming in to be a savior. He's not coming in to be that number one guy. He's not coming in to get the most of the targets. He's not coming in to get most of the yards. Not coming in for that. That's what you guys have to stick in your mind, because there's a lot of people out there who get angry about the people we sign. I'm talking about Giants fans getting angry about people we sign because they think they're supposed to be the savior of the team. That's not what you do when you get a team together. And here's what the Giants are doing. Hakeem Nicks is going to open up. He's very explosive. He runs after the catch is what I like. I personally like run after the catch receivers and possession receivers. So Hakeem Nicks is going to open up a lot of holes, being that if you have Rueben Randle in the outside position, if you have Hakeem Nicks on the other outside position, and the two slots are occupied by Odell Beckham and Dwayne Harris, and you go into no tight end set because our tight ends are pretty much scrubs right now. So if you go into a no tight end set, 4 wide receiver formation, and then you have Shane Vereen in the backfield, how can you stop that? How? I mean, I'm asking how. If you get the defense in a dime formation, you're gonna get a cornerback for each wide receiver, plus a safety's gonna come down for Odell Beckham, and another safety's probably gonna come down for Hakeem Nicks. Then you got that one linebacker trying to cover Shane Vereen. Linebackers can't cover Shane Vereen. That's enough said. You know how much holes you're going to open because you have Hakeem Nicks, and because the chemistry that Eli Manning has with Hakeem Nicks? It's not like they haven't played before. Hakeem Nicks got his name with the Giants. He got drafted by the Giants. So that's exactly what Hakeem Nicks is going to do, guys. And I promise you, he's going to do something. He's going to do something. I don't care. It's probably not going to show up on the stat sheet, but he is going to open up some holes for other receivers to get their licks in. Dwayne Harris is a very underrated receiver. If you put him in the slot, he's extremely explosive. He catches the ball and he just runs straight to the end zone. Okay? He has great feet, knows how to stay in bounds. So I'm not worried about him. Not worried about Hakeem Nicks. I am worried about Rueben Randle because, like I said, possession receivers don't often have that dangerous kind of explosiveness to them because, he's not the best route runner. He really isn't. He's very slow off the line. He's very slow running routes. He can catch the ball, but he does have a lot of drops. So, it really depends if we could re-sign him this year. I personally would, not for big money, but I would because Rueben Randle is a part of this team, and he contributes a lot, whether you like it or not. Whether he has one 100-yard game this year, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna pull up the stats real quick, and we'll get into what I think about the team right now. So Eli Manning is gonna have a career year this year. In touchdowns, will he have a career year in yards? Absolutely not. His career best is 4,933, and we're already way past the halfway mark, and he hasn't even reached half that yet. So that's not going to happen. But he is going to pass for over 4,000 yards. That's a given. I think he'll do that. So Eli Manning, 2,700 yards flat. Touchdowns to interceptions, 21-6, so not bad. And his quarterback rating is 96.9, so he's doing very well this year. Our running game, it's all right. It could get better, but we got Rashad Jennings with only 403 yards. He's our leading rusher, 403 yards. That is disgusting. And we got Andre Williams, 179 yards, 2.8 yards carry. Remember that, guys, for all you guys that are saying Andre Williams is the future at running back. Shane Vereen, 188 yards, and only 45 attempts. He has more yards than Andre Williams, and Shane Vereen barely touches the freaking ball. And Orleans Darkwa, very good running back. I'm so excited about him. 23 attempts for 109 yards. He has a 4.7 yards carry, so I'm really liking him. Nikita Whitlock, he's a great. I mean, I was so mad about Henry Hainovsky cutting him, but I can see why they did it. I mean, Nikita Whitlock is nothing to mess around with. He already has a sack on the defensive side, so you look at our receiving core. Odell Beckham, almost there to 1,000 yards this year. 863 with 8 touchdowns already. Ruben Randall, 475 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you got Dwayne Harris, 304 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, yep. Hakeem Nicks is also back, so wearing that 88, so 88 club. Larry Donnell is still injured. Hopefully he'll come back against the Redskins. I don't know if he will or not, but we have a bye week to help him out a little bit. And then we got Will Tye, who's been stepping up, but he's had a lot of drops. We got Will Tye with 152 yards. Our leading receiver at the tight end position is Larry Donnell with 223 yards. So our defensive line, real quick on that. We have been getting some pressure. That's always a good thing. But we lost Jonathan Hankins for the year during that Bucs game, man. And that's really going to hurt us because our interior is not very good at all. Our only defensive tackles right now are Marcus Kuhn, who I really don't know what he's doing on the 53-man roster. He has 5 tackles on the whole freaking year and a half sack. And Jay Bromley, who's alright, he's a good run stuffer, 11 tackles, no sacks. And Montorie Hughes, who we just signed off the practice squad. So that's our only defensive tackles. We only have 3 of them, and all of them are not that good. And they all have a combined for a half sack. We got Robert Ayers at the defensive end position. We have... How much defensive ends do we have? Oh, we also have Cullen Jenkins, who also slips into the defensive tackle, but he's listed here as a defensive end because we really don't have that good defensive ends. And we have 6 defensive ends, man. Our best one is JPP, and he has 8.5 fingers. And I don't even want to get into that right now because this pass rush kills me. Going into the final stretch of the season, Jasper Brinkley. I want Jasper Brinkley as my middle linebacker. He has shown that he could play the game. Very, very smash mouth. He has 3 forced fumbles, I think. It says 2 here, but I'm pretty sure he had 3. I'm pretty sure he had 2 against the Buccaneers, and then 1 against the Patriots. So, I really, really like... Oh, no, he had 2. He has 2, because Jonathan Hankins did the other one. But he's making plays, and Owani Unga is a rookie. He still needs to learn, and he can't be our middle linebacker coming in yet. Our weak side linebacker, we've got JT Thomas, who's struggling with injuries, who I really liked. But Jonathan Casillas is really stepping up at the weak linebacker position, and already has 36 tackles. And he's not that much of a great player, but he also has a sack, so that's not bad. Strong side linebacker, this is probably our best group of linebackers. That's Devon Kennard and Mark Hertzlick. Mark Herslick isn't all that good, but Devon Kennard I really like him, guys. I really like Devon Kennard. He is our future at linebacker. I promise you that. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't have a sack yet, but he does get pressure when he is called to blitz. Last year he had four and a half sacks, and that was towards the end of the year. So who knows what Steve Spagnuolo will draw up for Devon Kennard? But it all matters about our pass rush. Can the pass rush open up a hole for Devon Kennard to get through? Our blitzes aren't working, and I don't know what Steve Spagnuolo is doing. If you know we're not getting pressure with four-man, four people up front, and our secondary struggles, why on earth are you blitzing a nickel corner or a dime corner? Why are you doing that? That's obviously opening up holes for other receivers to get open, and it's really sad that I don't know why Steve Spagnuolo isn't learning from that. But Prince Amukamara will be back for Washington. I can't wait for that. Prince Amukamara is a Kirk Cousins killer. I mean, every game that Kirk Cousins played against us, I think Prince Amukamara has an interception for every single game he's played against us with Prince Amukamara healthy. DRC, man. DRC, 3 interceptions on the year. He only had 2 all of last year, so he already passed his mark from last year. I look for him to get more interceptions. I look for him to get around 5 or 6 interceptions on the year because of how well he's playing, shutting down receivers, especially man-to-man. Man-to-man, he's running routes for them. So I'm really looking at him to step up a little bit more because nobody else is really stepping up for us. So Tremaine McBride has 3 interceptions on the year. That is the quietest 3 interceptions I've ever seen in my life because they were all really tip drills. I mean, he had one against Dallas. That was a tip drill. He had one against, who else did he have one against? Oh, the Saints when Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie forced it out and he intercepted it. And then he intercepted Tom Brady, which was not a bad play at all. So, all in all, our secondary is bad when it comes to giving up yards, but we know how to get turnovers. I mean, let me count up all the forced fumbles right now by our secondary alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 forced fumbles. And let's see how much interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 interceptions from our secondary. And then we got one by Devon Kennard. So that's 12 interceptions. So what a great job we are at forcing turnovers. That's what Steve Spagnuolo is great on. So yeah, all in all, final thoughts in the draft. First of all, we need to fire Jerry Reese. He's done. Get him out of here. I don't want him here anymore. He doesn't really get that star talent we need, and I get not getting everybody that's gonna contribute to the fullest, and I get you got to fill in some holes in free agency, but he's only had 1 year where he's really went off, and that was signing Rashad Jennings, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, and Jeff Schwartz and stuff like that. I mean, we haven't really signed a great, oh my gosh, he's going to contribute so much to this team player yet. And, you know what, he has to go. He really has to go. We've got to get a better GM, turn this team around. In the draft, if we don't get a pass rusher, expect the same year as we had this year, no pass rush, because there's nobody, unless we sign a free agent, like a star free agent, nobody is gonna contribute. JPP might, but nobody's going to contribute to pass rush with the people we have right now. So, if our first round pick is not a pass rusher, and everybody is saying, the experts are saying that we need a running back and a safety and a cornerback more than anything, but we actually need a pass rush. Our cornerbacks are just fine. It's just that we can't hold them for too long. Nobody can hold a receiver for more than 6 seconds, so we've got to do better on that. Quick thought: Josh Brown doing very well, 23 field goals out of 23 field goals, so great job by him. So yeah, we're going against the Redskins next. Tell me guys what you think about the Giants. I think we're doing all right, 5-5. If you guys told me we'll be on the top of the division, and I mean, I'd be happy with it either way. So that tells me that the other people aren't doing that well. So we need Philadelphia to lose to the Bucs, which is kind of a possibility, and we need the Dolphins to beat the Dallas Cowboys, which is also a possibility. So the Redskins against the Carolina Panthers, Carolina better win. It better not be a trap game. So as long as we need all three of them to lose, as long as that happens, we're still great in this division race. So and you know what, guys? I don't want to be a pessimist, pessimistic here, but this season in the playoff race, in the division race, is playing out exactly how we've been playing our games. If you guys notice, we take a lead, not a big lead, but we take a lead. But towards the end, they're gonna start catching up and wound up with a lead by probably one, score. So, the only team right now that really scares me is Philly, because they don't win to big teams, but they do win. So, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about it coming down to the wire in Week 17, where it's going to be Giants versus Eagles for the division. So, I really worry about that because we have been doing bad against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. What do we need to do to this team next year, staff and players, to become better next year? I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. I personally think that Jerry Reese needs to go. I personally think we need to draft a pass rusher and in the first round. No later than that. First round pass rusher. That's it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.